Are you moving to the Atlanta area and you're looking for an area with top-notch schools, some walkability, and not too far from the downtown area? Well, then you might want to consider the City of Decatur. But there's a little difference between Decatur and City of Decatur. I'll get into that. You do not want to miss that. But I'll also show you the main downtown area that everybody loves with all the restaurants, some home examples, and some parks. So let's get into it. Let's talk all about living in City of Decatur right now. Hey guys, my name is Molly Sleznick and welcome to my channel. If you are new or returning and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do me a favor and hit that. It really helps me out, and give me a like. And if you want to be one of the first to be notified when I do post a new video, also hit that bell so you can be notified of that. But you guys, I am your walking, talking tour guide of all things here in the Atlanta area. And while the City of Decatur really isn't Atlanta, it's close enough, and everyone considers it. City of Decatur is just a very popular area, so I couldn't leave this one off the list of vlog tours for you. But as I go along, if you have questions for me, you can always put them in that comments box below, or shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I would love to help you out, especially those of you that are moving from out of state or from maybe just from the suburbs and you're just trying to figure out where to live. And if you got questions, I'm here to help you out and would love to talk with you about moving here, and hopefully I can make your move a little bit easier on you. But you guys, City of Decatur. So before I go and show you all the fun stuff of City of Decatur, what everyone likes, they love all the restaurants. They do a lot of festivals here too. I'm actually in one of the many parks that are in the City of Decatur. This is called the Decatur Toy Park. I'll talk a little bit about that here in a minute, but I just want to go over a few details of City of Decatur. So first of all, let's just put up a map so you can see where City of Decatur is. It's a pretty big, expansive area. It's east of downtown. It's about 5 miles from there. It takes about 20 minutes to get from City of Decatur to downtown. Midtown is 15 minutes. Emory is actually very, very close, 10 minutes. So we have a lot of Emory folks that live in the City of Decatur. And then Buckhead is 25 minutes. So that gives you an idea of travel times. Now, I will say that that's one con about living in the City of Decatur, in my opinion, is that it doesn't have the best access to highways. I-285 is your closest access point, but if you're trying to get over to, a Braves game or something, getting on 285 and over, it's really, really long. So there's not a lot of great access points. To get to I-85, you have to go up Claremont, and there's a lot of stoplights you have to go through. So it just takes some time. So I would say that's one negative on the City of Decatur. Now, the City of Decatur, as I had mentioned, you have to break it down, because the City of Decatur, you have to look at zip code 30030, and that is where all of your really good, highly ranked schools are at. But there's a lot of areas that is an unincorporated Dekalb County, and they just basically put Decatur as the city, but it is not zoned to the highly ranked schools. So you really have to pay attention when you are searching for Decatur schools. You want to search for schools in the zip code 30030. That's going to really hone in on the City of Decatur school. City of Decatur, there's actually a ton of other little neighborhoods within this city, not to make it more complicated, but lots of great neighborhoods. I can't necessarily cover them all in this video. That would just take way too long, but there's some very popular ones like Winona Park. Oakhurst, I would say, is a very big fan favorite, only because they have their own little downtown area with a little shops and restaurants and that kind of thing. So Oakhurst is a big one, but there's also other areas: Great Lakes, Glenwood Estates, Westchester Hills, Chelsea Heights. So those are just a few of the different little neighborhoods that surround basically downtown Decatur area. One thing that residents love about the City of Decatur, not only because of its highly ranked schools, is that it is very walkable. So wherever you live in the City of Decatur, you can probably walk to either one end of the downtown area or the other. And The downtown Decatur area has some really top-notch restaurants, so you're going to see tons of families out here eating and people on date nights. I will say City of Decatur is a very family-friendly area. And if you're single in your 20s, I don't think I would pick City of Decatur as my top choice of living. It's just going to be more family friendly, probably not the scene that you want. If you're young and single, I'd probably choose more like a Midtown, Old Fourth Ward, Virginia Highland or something like that. But that's just my little tip on that. But yeah, City of Decatur, great downtown location, and they do a ton of festivals throughout the year. Let me see if I can name off a few of them, but they do a Decatur Arts Festival, a Decatur Book Festival. A lot of these are in the downtown area, by the way. There's Summer in the City, where they dump a bunch of sand down in the Decatur Square area. So you can imagine it's a sandy, fun mess for all the kids. They do a Decatur Craft Beer Festival, a wine festival. They have a Decatur Barbecue, Blues, and Bluegrass Festival. And then Oakhurst has one called the Oakhurst Porch Fest. So lots of festivals for all of the family to enjoy. You can imagine lots of food, games for the kids, and just music, and just all around a good time. As far as schools, okay, so City of Decatur has a little bit of a different setup in terms of elementary schools. It was kind of new for me when I moved to the Atlanta area and I first heard about this. I thought, what in the world? And part of this has to do with just the population of, I'm trying not to get these kids in the background here, the population that's just been growing in the City of Decatur area. So there's actually a split. There's a kindergarten through second grade, and then there's a third through fifth grade, and then there's the middle school and high school. So first up, there's 5 K through second grade elementary schools, and those are Claremont Elementary, Glenwood Elementary, Westchester Elementary, Winona Park Elementary, and Oakhurst Elementary. Whew, that was a mouthful. And then there's 2 third through fifth grades, which is the Fifth Avenue Upper Elementary, and then there's a new school that just got built in 2019 called the Talley Street Upper Elementary School. And then for our middle school, it's Renfro Middle School, and then Decatur High School. Oh, that was a mouthful here, guys. So those are your schools. They're all really, really good. And yeah, so everyone wants to get into these schools, and as you can imagine, the home prices get pretty high for what you get in the City of Decatur, as well as the property taxes. I'd say the property taxes are about almost like 1.5% of your home's value. So you can kind of do the math from there, but it gets pretty high when you're paying those City of Decatur school taxes. All right, with all of that said, let's go check out the downtown area of Decatur, because it's just such a cute, quaint little downtown area. I feel like it's a small town in a big city, and I'm kind of on the edge of it, but you know, this is one of many parks here in the Decatur area. This is called the Toy Park. Guys, this is kind of like catnip for kids. Like, you bring a kid in here and they see all these toys and they go bananas. My son in particular, he's 3, and whenever I bring him here, he just goes crazy, because a lot of these people donate their old toys and drop them off. But I will say, a lot of them break and they get dingy and old, but my kids don't care, you know, it's like a new toy for them. So it's definitely one to come to. The park is actually pretty empty right now because it's a little past lunchtime, so I think a lot of kiddos are either in school or napping. So I got the park mainly to myself, except for a couple of kids. But let's go into downtown. I'll show you what that's all about. Downtown Decatur runs right along Ponce de Leon. So if I went back this way heading west, I could take this all the way to the downtown area. I have to stop and tell you about Folk Art. This is a great brunch spot, and they have a good, you know, lunchtime and evening menu too, but they also have a location in Inman Park, which was the original. But you guys, this place will be very packed on the weekend, so be prepared to stand in line, but trust me, it's good food. used to be the old City of Decatur courthouse. Now it's just a museum, but it is right next to the Decatur Square, which has tons of restaurants, a few little shops, but let's go check this out a little more in detail. If I had one complaint about the Decatur Square, I would say that everywhere you go, especially just downtown City of Decatur, you have to pay. And there's not a lot of parking right here. There's some parking garages off to the sides of all the restaurants, so there is parking, but you have to pay, which I always feel silly paying in like smaller little towns, but that's just the way it is. And so yeah, I'm here right in almost the heart of the Decatur Square area, so lots of restaurants all around me, and then there is a MARTA station right here at the end of this square. So, you know, if you want to commute into downtown or other parts of town, you do have the option of MARTA right here at your fingertips. Probably one of my favorite restaurants in the City of Decatur is this Iberian Pig. It has Spanish tapas. Guys, they are so good. And then I always go next door and grab some ice cream at Jenny's. This ice cream shop is really good. And funny story about Jenny's, the 2 times I was pregnant, I went and ate somewhere in the City of Decatur, then grabbed ice cream at Jenny's, and then later that night I went into labor. So I'm convinced that Jenny's ice cream is what you need to eat to pop out a kid. So if you're pregnant and watching this, there you go, Jenny's ice cream. On the back side of the Decatur Square area, and there's this little nondescript area called Eddie's Attic, and they basically have music venues pretty much every night, and this is kind of the entrance to it. Just look for this Waffle House logo and you will find it right on the side of the building. But it's a fun little venue, very small, quaint, and I think they've had some big name singers that have been at Eddie's Attic before, so fun little date night spot. All right, and just past Eddie's Attic, if you go about 2 blocks down, you're gonna hit the Decatur High School, so not very far away. And there's also a Chick-fil-A right there. Just past my favorite ice cream store here, Butter and Cream. It is so, so good. They also have one on the Atlanta Beltline in the Old Fourth Ward area, but there you go. There is a glimpse of the downtown Decatur area. I think you get the idea. Now let's go and look at a couple of home examples so you can get an idea of what you get in the area. Okay, I want to show you some home examples, and I'm going to start out with one of the lower price point homes, but I'll just give you a rundown of the homes you're going to find in the City of Decatur area. Now, a single family home, the median sales price is around $635,000, but really, it really depends on where you're at. And you know, for an example, if you are just looking at homes in the very popular Oakhurst neighborhood, the average there, just in that community, is over $846,000. So it really kind of depends on where you are. There's a lot of smaller homes that are like 2-bedroom, 1-bath, or a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, small square footage, maybe need some work, and those are going to be in like the $500K range. Now, the home styles are going to be anything from brick Tudors. This one almost kind of looks newer, so you get these nice classic traditional homes, and then you've got like the bungalows, the cottages. Here's another classic, kind of a craftsman style home. But my first example that I'm going to show you is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, just over 1,400 square feet, and it sold for $595,000. So this is the home right here, and it's super cute. It has some really good solid kitchen cabinetry. It has a nice flat backyard, and it actually has an extra little nook on the side that I think it might have been a porch that they enclosed, and it's now, you could use that as a little office area. But just a super sweet area, and I'd say this is probably only 4 or 5 blocks from the restaurants in the downtown Decatur area. And you're just gonna get a mix of homes everywhere kind of in the City of Decatur area. You're just gonna get a mix of styles, anything from, you know, bungalows right here to what I just showed you. And there's even some moderns mixed in. There's not a ton of them, but there are more and more popping up here and there. But, you know, here's another home example like that. But very cute. I think I've been in this home. I showed it when it was for sale over a couple of years ago, but cute little area. I should also mention the median townhome and condo sales prices, because there are a lot of townhome and condo options in Decatur, which I love that there is different price ranges, different price points. So townhomes, the median sales price is $490,000, and there's going to be a mix of old and new townhomes. Same thing with condos. You got some older condos in the 200s, and then there's some newer condo complexes built kind of near the downtown area. One unit in particular is like the Artesian. You know, a 1-bedroom condo there would cost around $300K. 2-bedroom condo would be in the 400s, and then they have some 3-bedroom, 3-bath units that are ranging in the 650 to low 700s. All right, now I want to show you an example of one of the more expensive homes that I could find as an example right now. I would say the highest price point home that I've seen sold in the last either 180 days or even a year was like 1.6. So that kind of gives you an idea of the max right now. But here is the home that I wanted to show you. Now it looks small from, you know, facing forward, but it's actually, there was an extension added onto the back, so it's actually a lot bigger than it looks from the front. This is a 5-bedroom, 5-bath house. It's over 3,000 square feet. It was just under $1.1 million, and it has a large kitchen. It has a cool screen back porch. It has tasteful updates throughout the home, and just lovely street. Again, very unique area with just different home styles. You got like a craftsman here. You've got this cute Tudor home here, and a very nice flat streets. That's one thing in the City of Decatur. I feel like there's a lot more flat terrain versus if you go to a Morningside or Virginia Highland. You don't get quite as many rolling hills, but cute overall neighborhood. Just love it. I had briefly mentioned the median townhome sales price, which was around $490,000, but I wanted to show you a couple of examples, and this is the extreme high end. Now they range anywhere from older in the 300K range to these newer ones. These were built in 2018, and these run around 1.1, 1.2 million. They're 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath. They're around 3,000 square feet. They have a rooftop terrace, and you can imagine it has all the nice finishes inside that you could ever want. And then just as a complete contrast, right across the street, you have this older condo complex. You know, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo in this building is around $230,000. But this location is really nice. It's a quiet street, and it's only a block away from Ponce and around the corner from some of the main restaurants in downtown Decatur. So I love that it's all within walking distance, and you have 2 extreme price points, so it really makes it available for anyone in different price points to enjoy the same amenities. Okay, so I've been showing you a lot of home examples in neighborhoods where all the homes kind of are unique and have cute characteristics, but there are a couple pockets in the City of Decatur where it's more of like a planned neighborhood, and this community in particular is just under a mile from the downtown Decatur Square. But here's a home example I can show you. This one sold recently. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, just over 3,000 square feet, sold for $665,000. It was built in 2000, and I'd say it's kind of a traditional home. It's got, you know, hardwoods on the first floor, carpet on the second floor. It's got your kind of builder grade tile, granite countertops. And these homes don't really have a lot of a backyard, just kind of a small patio area. So there you go. It's a good value for City of Decatur schools. And now I'm going to show you some examples of homes while I just drive around the neighborhood so you can get a feel for it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. old homes are not your jam, don't worry, there are some newer builds in the city of Decatur. I'm just about a little over a mile east of the Decatur Square area, and there's this one street that it's just super wide, it just feels very spacious, and you have these big lots. And like, check this one out. This is a newer Craftsman. I don't know when exactly this was built, but you get some newer Craftsman options right here. And then a little further down, you can see this modern home. And yeah, so you can get some newer options now. These are probably going to be over the $1 million mark, but yeah, they do exist, and they are sprinkled around throughout the Decatur area, but then this street in particular, there's quite a few newer build options. So if you have a dog, there's several different dog parks scattered throughout the city of Decatur. This is one example. This is a Dare dog park, well, a Dare park, and they have a dog park right here, and then up this hill they have some playground equipment, but depending on where you live, you can probably find one close to you. I mentioned the city of Decatur has a lot of playgrounds and parks, and they also have several different public pool options. I'm here at the Ebster pool. It's closed because it's March right now, so it's not going to be open, but they do have a couple different pool options, and depending on where you live, there's going to probably be one that's close to you. There's this one, Ebster Pool Park, Glen Lake Park, and there's the Oakhurst Pool that come to my mind. But yeah, you definitely have some pool options. The main shopping areas in the city of Decatur it's fairly new. I'd say it's popped up in the last 5 to 7 years-ish. There's a Walmart right behind me. There is my favorite, a Home Goods. There's an LA Fitness. There's a Starbucks. There's a Whole Foods. First Watch for a great breakfast spot. So this is all off of North Decatur Road and roughly like Scott Boulevard. And yeah, it's all pretty new. And I would say this is the closest shopping spot where you can hit a lot of places at one area. And if you're a Target fan like me, there really isn't a Target that's super close to City of Decatur. You either have to go to Edgewood or up north, kind of off of North Druid Hills Road, getting over close into the Buckhead area. So Walmart's probably going to be your best bet. If you are into beer, you're in luck, because there's a lot of breweries, not quite in City of Decatur, but right next door, just a little east of it in Avondale Estates. I am here at Wild Heaven Brewery, and it's just one of the like 3 or 4 that are right around here. So that's a nice little stop if you are thirsty. And you know, I wish I liked beer, but I don't. But I may have to go get a cocktail now, because now I'm thinking about, it's almost 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So you guys, I hope you enjoyed my vlog tour of the city of Decatur. And if you have any questions, put them in that comments box, or you can always shoot me a text, give me a call, or send me an email. And you know, if you really like the city of Decatur and you want a little more in-depth tour of another neighborhood, I am going to be posting a vlog tour of the Oakhurst neighborhood. That's going to be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But you guys, until next time, I'm going to go find myself a cocktail. I'll see you around the neighborhood.